I think when you have that kind of turnover in leadership, anything's possible. You know, as we look at who we have coming in for the fall, normally I'd be a little more nervous than I am. We've got 6 new people. One of those gals coming in is a transfer who has all the capacities for leadership, has had an outstanding career. She'll immediately immerse herself in our group and be a big, significant part of the success that we're going to have. The other 5 newcomers will all be true freshmen, and again, looking back on their high school experience, their club experience, we think all of them are exceptional. Obviously, we wouldn't have brought them here if we didn't, but we do think that more so than not, we're going to have a lot of new people play a significant role. Feel very good about it. Feel good about where they are athletically, their skill level, and then you know, the other piece that I think that we're really needing to put back into place is the emotional aspect of it, the understanding what's required, the sacrifices, and this core, this group of new people coming in, very, very pleased with this class and feel like they're going to be significant, and they're going to help us turn that corner. Or fully turn that corner where we're going to be one of the top 3 teams in the conference, and that'll be a consistent thing that we're hoping will play out over the course of their next 4 years in terms of the freshmen in that class. Ashley will be a core part of what happens to us this fall. Keeping her healthy will be a big issue. You know, not that she's prone to injury, but you know, I get nervous anytime, you know, I start to talk about what might happen without knowing for sure that all of our athletes are going to be 100%. But she is, she's going to come in. She was chosen preseason all conference. So not just myself, but other people in the conference, coaches in the conference, feel that she'll be a significant force to stop if they're going to compete against us. I think you couple Ashley with the other new outside hitters that we have coming in, and I feel very, very enthusiastic about where we might be, you know, come the end of October, the beginning of November, when we're in need of hitting our stride. Well, you know, we have currently on our roster, the other defensive players on the roster right now are Jill Henneman is a senior. I think her leadership and understanding what, you know, system we run, the base release defense that we run, will be critical for all of us. I think she's the one who has that concept, understands that concept as well as anybody in the group. I think Candace Biltz, who will be a sophomore next year, she had significant playing time this past fall. She'll be an integral part of our defensive concepts, you know, regardless of whether she plays the libero role or a defensive specialist. And the other one is we signed a freshman out of the Chicago area, Dina Ott, and I think she'll come in and be very competitive. And again, I think that just uplifts the entire defensive staff that we have. All 3 of those kids could play a significant role. Only one of them will be a libero at any given time, but the other 2 we're going to see significant time. Whoever becomes the libero will obviously play more, but the other 2 will be in matches, because that's one of the areas that I feel that we needed to really improve from last season is our ball control, our defense. You know, those are the areas, passing serve, that are going to help you win games, keeping the ball off the floor. And we've done a lot of work over the spring to increase our ability and skill level. I think that's the one thing that will be the hallmark, if we're going to have a hallmark skill or attribute that this team is going to, this fall of 2011 team is going to have, and that's the ability to play great defense. One thing that I feel we're going to see is we're going to see some teams that have not been competitive in the last couple of years become very competitive this season. A lot of coaching turnover in the OVC and volleyball this year. I think you're going to see an Eastern Illinois, a Southern Illinois. You're going to see maybe a SEMO. Teams that might not have been there this past year are going to be, they're going to be significant because they're the unknown. I think UT Martin is going to be a lot better. It was really hard for me to choose how these teams are going to finish, but I suspect that we're going to be a lot better than 5th. recruiting. You know, we've been a lot, you know, June's a big month for us to be recruiting and out and about, but I was able to take, usually I like to take the staff away for 4 or 5 days and go somewhere to kind of like put it in perspective before we start preseason. And if we do that, it looks like we're going to probably take a trip to Florida, but I got away a week and a half ago to Pittsburgh, and to me that's vacation. I got to see the family. I did a couple of volleyball camps up there, and got to go to a Pirate game, and you know, got to take in you know, the city and being at home. And to me, that's the best vacation. So I got an opportunity to do that, and we opened this year at the University of Pittsburgh volleyball tournament. So that should be a fun weekend for us, and we'll see how it goes.